Today I will introduce you to the 10 best smartwatches on Aliexpress. Smartwatches with an excellent screen, very good functions, and an even better price. The purchase links are in the video description. With that said, let's start with the video. Number 1. Zebla's Aries 3 Pro. An excellent watch for only $21. And don't let its price fool you, because it has very good features. To start, it has a 1.43-inch screen. It is an AMOLED panel, has 1,000 nits of brightness, and a sharpness of 320 pixels per inch. Put simply, this means that the screen is large, sharp, and very bright. The design is also very good as it is made of metal, its strap is interchangeable, and it is completely resistant to water and dust. Now let's get to the functions. In terms of health, it measures the classics. That is sleep stages, heart rate, and blood oxygen levels. Additionally, it tracks 100 sports, which stretch from swimming and soccer to combat sports. What I like the most though is that it allows us to make and receive calls from the watch itself. Bear in mind that they are Bluetooth calls, so your phone has to be nearby. This function simply acts as an extension of it. In terms of performance, the Aries 3 Pro guarantees you up to 14 days of continuous use, and it has Bluetooth 5.2. And like all the smartwatches on this list, is 100% compatible with both Androids and iPhones. Purchase link in the video description. Number 2. Xiaomi P68, a smartwatch for only $18. Yes, it is very cheap, but in its category is one of the best. Proof of this is its design, as it is made of metal and has the IP67 certification. However, it is in this list because of its screen. In this case, we have a 2-inch AMOLED panel that has a sharpness of 300 pixels per inch, so it will look super sharp. The only disadvantage is that the brightness is not very high. In addition, it allows us to make and answer Bluetooth calls, both with headphones and through its microphone and speaker. Health-wise, it measures calories, heart rate, and sleep stages. Here it does fall short, but this is not the case with sports, as it measures more than 100, which stretch from basketball to any type of cardio. The performance is just okay. It has Bluetooth 5, and the battery only lasts 7 days. Purchase link in the description down below. Number 3. Zebla's Stratos 2, a $33 watch with truly impressive features. But first, let's talk about its screen. We have a 1.5-inch AMOLED panel, which has 1,000 nits of brightness and a sharpness of 326 pixels per inch. We have once again a bright, sharp, and colorful screen. And let's not forget that it has a high refresh rate. As for the design, we have a rough but elegant style. It is made of stainless steel, and although it is heavy, it has 5 ATM resistance. Thanks to that, you'll be able to swim and even dive with this watch. Now let's get to the functions. To be honest, the main function of this watch is that it has built-in GPS. Additionally, it will also allow us to make Bluetooth calls, and it monitors all the health analytics, such as blood oxygen, sleep stages, blood pressure, etc. In addition, it measures 120 sports, including everything from weightlifting to Zumba and cricket. I also really liked the performance, as it promises us 15 days of battery life and has Bluetooth 5. Purchase link in the video description. Stay until the end of this video, as I will introduce you to the best watch on this list. It costs $32, but is just as good as watches 2 or 3 times as expensive. Personally, I wouldn't miss it. Number 4. Amazfit GTS 2. When this watch was introduced, it costed more than $180. And even though it's a few years old, it's still excellent, especially since you can get it today for less than $90. For starters, the design is really good, as it is made of metal, is light, and its mobile app is one of the best on the market. The screen is also up to par. We have a 1.7-inch AMOLED panel and a sharpness of 340 pixels per inch. Now let's get to the functions, and this watch has several. The most important one is that it has built-in GPS, but it also has the Alexa assistant, thanks to which you'll be able to control your home from your wrist. In addition, it can make and receive Bluetooth calls, and most importantly, it has 3 GB of internal storage. Thanks to that, we can store 600 songs on the watch itself. On the fitness side, this watch measures 90 sports, of which it detects 6 automatically, including swimming, running, and walking. In terms of health, it does fall a little behind, as it only measures blood oxygen and heart rate. And don't forget that it has Bluetooth 5 and that its battery lasts 7 days. Number 5. Zeblaze B-Talk 2 Lite Voice, a $14 smartwatch that focuses more on features than the screen. And I say this because its screen has an average brightness, measures 1.4 inches, and is an IPS panel, not an AMOLED one. The design is better, as it is made of aluminum, is light, and has the IP68 certification. Additionally, its mobile app is very good. The screen and design are nothing to write home about, but the functions are. For starters, it measures more than 100 sports, which range from playing table tennis to skateboarding. Health-wise, it measures our sleep, blood oxygen, and heart rate. It also shows notifications and allows us to control the music. What I like the most, though, is that it allows us to answer and make Bluetooth calls. The performance is also incredible, as it has Bluetooth 5.2 and guarantees us more than 14 days of battery life. Purchase link in the video description. Number 6. Hailu Solar Plus RT3, a $35 watch that won't disappoint you. In this case, we have an AMOLED screen. It measures 1.4 inches and it has a pretty high brightness, as well as a very high sharpness of 460 pixels per inch. We continue with the functions. As I expected, it measures sleep, stress, heart rate, and blood oxygen levels. In addition, it monitors 105 sports. Beyond the classics, it can also make and receive calls using Bluetooth. The design is also very good, as it has a fairly modern style, is lightweight, and has the IP68 certification, so it is well protected against water and dust. In addition, its mobile app is quite simple and practical. The hardware has both lights and shadows. On one hand, it has Bluetooth 5.3, but on the other, its battery only lasts 7 days. If you are looking for a balanced and cheap watch, this is your best option. Purchase link in the video description. Number 7. Redmi Watch 3, a very complete $65 watch. To start, its screen is perfect. It measures 1.75 inches, is an AMOLED type panel, and has a sharpness of 340 pixels per inch. In addition, it is really bright and has a refresh rate of 60 Hz, which is considered high for a smartwatch. The screen is good, but the features are great. It has integrated GPS, has the Alexa assistant, and measures more than 120 sports. In addition, it can make Bluetooth calls and monitors 4 health metrics: blood oxygen, stress levels, sleep stages, and heart rate. Not only that, but it can also make Bluetooth calls. Your phone has to be nearby, but it is very convenient to answer a call from your wrist. The design is also phenomenal, as it is made of metal, has a matte finish, and has the 5ATM certification, meaning it is completely resistant to water and dust. What I like the most, though, is its app MyFitness, which is one of the best on the whole market, primarily because it has many functions and is easy to use. The performance is also up to par, as we have more than 12 days of autonomy. It recharges in less than 2 hours and has Bluetooth 5.2. Purchase link in the video description. Number 8. Xiaomi C81, a $19 watch that has everything you need. Proof of this are its functions. It monitors the 3 fundamental aspects, that is heart rate, blood oxygen, and sleep. Not only that, but it also measures over 100 sports, ranging from cycling to kayaking. Not only that, but you can also make calls, and it will also allow you to change songs, read notifications, etc. The functions are okay, but the screen is simply perfect. It measures 2 inches, is AMOLED type, and has a sharpness of 400 pixels per inch. The performance did disappoint me a little. It uses Bluetooth 5, and it only lasts 7 days before needing to recharge it. I did like the design, though. It has the IP68 certification, is made of metal, and its app is one of the simplest and most intuitive ones. Subscribe to this channel so you stay up to date with the best products on the entire internet. Number 9. TicWatch Pro 3 LTE. This watch is worth $200. It is expensive, I know. However, for this price, it has functions of watches twice or 3 times as expensive, like the Apple Watch 8. Let's start with the screen. In this case, we have a 1.4-inch AMOLED panel and a sharpness of 324 pixels per inch. Plus, it has a brightness of 1000 nits and refreshes at 60 Hz, so it will feel very smooth. Let's go with the functions, of which we have several. First of all, it has NFC, so you can link your card to pay with this watch. This is done through Google Pay, the safest form of payment that exists. Another interesting function is that it has LTE connectivity, so you can insert your SIM card and make calls, as well as respond to messages completely independently. If that weren't enough, it also has built-in GPS. All of these functions are super useful, but what I like the most is its operating system. The system in question is Wear OS, the software for smartwatches designed by Google. So it goes without saying that the software experience is just pristine. On the other hand, this smartwatch detects more than 100 sports and automatically records the most common ones, such as running, swimming, or cycling. In addition, it has 1 GB of RAM and 8 GB of internal storage, which will allow you to store more than 1,000 songs on the watch itself. Following this line, it also has Bluetooth 5, so you can connect your earbuds to it. An Apple Watch 8 costs $400. This watch costs just $200 and does exactly the same thing. Purchase link in the video description. Number 10. HK8 Pro Max Gen 2. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. This smartwatch is a copy of the Apple Watch Ultra. But as far as knockoffs go, this $29 replica is the best in the world, as it is completely resistant to water and dust and is made of stainless steel. Its screen is also excellent, since it is an AMOLED panel, measures 2.12 inches, and refreshes at 60 Hz. In addition, it has always-on display, has a very high brightness level, and comes with a sharpness of 450 pixels per inch, so it will look amazing. Now let's get to the relevant stuff, the functions. Well, this watch measures your sleep, heart rate, and blood oxygen levels. Beyond the classics, such as measuring the burned calories or controlling music, it will also allow you to make Bluetooth calls. As a curious fact, it also has a ChatGPT app, so you will have this AI in the palm of your hand. The biggest disadvantage is that it only monitors 15 sports, but they are the most common ones, such as running, cycling, playing soccer, lifting weights, etc. And let's face it, those are the only sports the vast majority of us do. The performance is also quite good, since it has Bluetooth 5.2 and the battery lasts 5 days. Yes, it is a knockoff, but the design and screen are almost identical to the original. Of course, the original has more and better functions, but if that doesn't matter so much to you, you can save more than $1,000 and buy this excellent replica.